as an ordinary American, it's like, what do you do other than like show up to vote and hope that your vote counts?
You count on people in positions of power. And to a considerable extent, that did happen in the first Trump term, at least not perfectly, but there were people who did behave in conscientious ways and did mitigate some of the worst outcomes. And the story goes, I don't know if this is literally a true story, but Gary Cohn, who was then the head of the National Economic Council, hearing that Trump was about to sign a bill canceling the U.S. South Korea Free Trade Agreement, walking into Trump's office, snatching the order off his desk and hiding it, counting on Trump not to remember that it was there. I trouble believing that story is literally true, but I think it tells you something. And Mattis and John Kelly. So Trump is very deftly recruited an administration where he's surrounded by much less robust people the second time and many more bad people. And the good people, or the people who seem good, are obviously much weaker and more timid than the people in the first term. So there is less check, and just many more things are happening. The degree of Trump's self-enrichment is on a scale that staggers anything in the first term. In the first term, he was, charging the Secret Service to stay at his hotels, which is super improper. But now he's opened up this meme coin business where he's taking vast amounts of money from all unknown people all over the planet on a scale that dwarfs anything that happened in the first term. He never in the first term proposed going to war against a fellow NATO. He talked about canceling NATO, but the idea that we're going to attack Denmark and conquer its territory, that was not something that would have been talked about in the first term. The Canada things are different. There do seem to be more enablers and less restraint. What can the ordinary person do? Be an effective citizen. Stay informed. Keep track of this stuff, as depressing as it is. I notice how often J.D. Vance says, don't treat politics as important. The people who want to bully and dominate and exploit you want you not to pay attention to what their actions are. So that's your warning right there. Pay attention. And then be ready to vote, yes. And vote intelligently. And don't be distracted by side issues.